Hello and welcome to Weird World. I'm Jeff,
And I'm Beth.
and we're here for another one. Now, this one has also got another little side bit to it, which I'll be bringing up. But um, it seems like that there's this in this couple. The husband wants to put her dog down because it costs us too much money. All right. A woman is taken to Reddit to share how her husband told her he'd rather give up her dog than continue paying between 700 to 800 pounds for his treatment at the vets. His treatment? She has started to question whether she married the wrong man. I personally think that he married the wrong woman. You're spending now, of course. Oh well, hopefully it'll tell us later as they're going in. Dogs love their owners more than themselves, and would do anything to protect them. Well, that's not usually true, actually.
Right.
But they do love us, because we are part of the pack. A woman has been left heartbroken after her husband told her he'd rather have her dog put down than continue paying for his vet bills. Okay. Explaining how she adopted her dog before she got married, the 27-year-old woman said she considers him to be part of the family in the same way as her other loved ones.
Right.
Okay. Speaking of Reddit, she says, my dog, Fido, of course it's Fido.
What an original name.
Exactly. Has developed pretty bad allergies and requires immunotherapy. If he gets an especially bad outbreak of allergies, he can sometimes get staph infections and has to take a course of steroids and antibiotics. Holy crap. This can get a little expensive. No kidding. But it's been nothing I would call serious. All his nothing I would call serious, even though it costs you $700-800 a year. All his medications and vet bills probably average around only $700-800 per year. All right, that's actually reasonably cheap.
Yeah.
No, I've heard a lot worse.
Yeah.
Maybe and stuff like that just because they're on a medical plan or something.
Maybe.
Because, hey, man, you can go... Josh and stuff like that goes on over to the vet with his stupid, with his pets and stuff like that, and he can run out of there $200-300 just for whatever.
Right. Yeah.
If I was going to go off of that and stuff like that, that'd be like 3 visits to the vet in a year.
Mm-hmm.
I told him he was crazy and stuff like that before. He was like, how much money are you putting into these animals? Sometimes more, sometimes less. Okay. Sometimes more. Well, you're talking about per year. Blah, blah, blah. There's Fluffy. He's been left heartbroken by his callous words. Okay, I can understand why he's saying that. The goal is, of course, to get him to the point where he won't have many outbreaks. So, in theory, he will cost us less in the future. How old's the dog?
Right.
Although her husband has been complaining about their dog for months, he never made his true feelings known because he knew how awful it would sound out loud. No, that's not why he didn't say it. That is, he didn't give a shit how awful it was going to sound out loud. I wouldn't care. It's because he just simply didn't want to be able to say it out loud and get into a fight with his wife. So he just kept quiet about it. That's the only reason. That was until the dog's allergies started to act up more often. In other words, there was a tipping point. And then he said, fuck it, I don't care. I just know, because I've been in this situation. My husband always complains about how much he costs. Yes. And makes statements like, I won't spend any more money on his vet bills. And we can't just keep throwing away money on this dog. He's just an animal. He has never come right out and set it up until tonight. In other words, and stuff like that, tonight was the night he didn't care, and he was fed up to the point he didn't give a crap if she was gonna be pissed at him or not. Fido has been a little extra itchy lately due to being outside more often than usual. And it's been making my husband upset. Okay. I asked him what was bothering him tonight, and he told me it was a dog. He said, I won't keep paying these bills. If he ends up causing us too much more, we'll have to put him down. I was shocked. First of all, I don't feel like he has the right to make decisions regarding my dog. I felt like we had shared ownership. Well, he's the one paying for the damn dog's health to begin with, from the sounds of it.
Right.
I mean, if it was just your money,
right?
Okay,
who cares?
Then all truth in he wouldn't have any right to say anything. But it doesn't sound like that you work or do or make any money. So all you're doing is spending his money on this dog. But I felt like we had shared ownership.
Yeah, but if
that is such a lie.
If you felt
no,
like
there isn't.
If you felt like you had shared ownership, that means that you have equal say on what happens.
Right. While spending his money on keeping the dog healthy.
Yeah.
But his attitude about Fido's health makes me more inclined to not consider my husband his owner.
Okay.
Well, which also would give him more reason not to pay for these things.
Right.
Use your own money. Not questioning her entire relationship with her husband. So in other words, and wherever, the woman cannot believe how her other half could be so inconsiderate of her feelings. You're not considering his feelings at all.
Right.
You consider the dog to be more important than his feelings and how he feels. She added, I'm not sure how I feel about being in a relationship with someone who doesn't feel the same about animals. Okay. I have quite a few things to say about that, but I won't. And I'm also very hurt that he would say something like that. That's why he hasn't said anything until now. Because now he's to the point he doesn't care. Considering that he knows how much I care for this animal. Exactly. I feel like it's an extremely callous thing to say. Yes. And so then you're basically not giving a shit about his feelings.
Right.
In the statement, she's saying the dog's more important than you. Shut up and just live with it. And he's to the point where he says, okay, I don't care anymore. This thing is getting stupid. While most users urged her to speak to her husband about this before leaving her relationship, others suggested he could be worried about their overall financial situation. Yeah, that's the point.
Right.
You know, it doesn't sound like she's bringing any money into this situation, so it's just his money going out the window. $700-800? Jesus. One user said, this sounds like your husband being very worried about your financial situation. You might want to ask him about that, as there may be some underlying issues you don't know. Oh, I'm sure she knows. Another user added, this woman loves her dog and she's distraught. She's also the only one here telling us her side. That's why I'm interpreting for the guy instead of just from what she's saying. Yeah, that's why I'm saying certain things the way I am, because I'm pretty sure this is her version. It's very possible she's understating the severity of the problems. Yeah, because otherwise this dog would have been put down a long time ago. Maybe taking care of the dog takes a huge amount of time and effort. It would. And underpaying the amount of extra vet bills, which are already as high as $800, to be honest. Yep. Her husband is not a heartless dog murderer. No. He's accepted the dog and everything, and he's willing to be able to go, okay, up to this point, I'll just eat it and just whatever.
Right.
But now it's getting to the point where, and do you honestly think that the animal's going to be getting older, that the bills are going to get cheaper?
No.
No, they're going to go up. And you can't just keep on. I mean, if you're paying for this bill, because we don't know how old the dog is to begin with.
Yeah.
But it was an adoption, so I highly doubt that it was a young thing, because it sounds like she's one of those women that are oh, we got to be able to adopt. Which is, I know a few people who are like that, and I just get to shake my head so many times because. Yeah, you know how many people I know and so that have adopted animals from the shelters that have got real problems.
Yeah.
Hell, my ex and so that when she adopted Jake, that was her dog, and the dog was always a little psycho to begin with, because of his history. But then when she was, but then when Logan was getting children, but when our child was born, the only thing I ever told her is that dog bites our kid, and so that, yeah, not a chance in hell that thing's going bye bye. And then, lo and behold, it bit him pretty good. Mm-hmm. He had to go bye bye. He was like, no, nope. I mean, he would attack us. I mean, he would attack me. The only one he wouldn't be attacking is her.
Right.
I got bit at least 3 times.
Wow.
Especially just out of the blue. A bunch of times, whatever, it would just be a no sign, no nothing. You could be petting him. He'd be up on the couch. You'd just be petting, just watching a movie, just petting and something, and then all of a sudden, he would just go off. No warning, no nothing.
Oh, really?
Oh, yeah. And, I tolerated it. But, yeah, no. But now, of course, there are other dogs I've seen, and so we're a bunch of people, and so that have also, done the exact opposite, where there's the animals and so that are very loving. They're very good dogs. It's just, it's a risk factor. Which one are you going to get?
Right. I get that.
It's kind of like, and nobody I know happens to be able to ever get the dogs and stuff that are sweet as pie. I don't. But that's my own personal experience from it. That's why when I got my dog and stuff like that, it was like, nope, nope. Paid money to a breeder, and even then, so this was a mutt, because this was an unplanned pregnancy. He was supposed to be a purebred German Shepherd, but not too pure. Not having a lot of health issues and hips and whatever. But this one, but he turned out to be a mix from a German Shepherd and something else. Nobody has a clue what he really is, and I don't care that much to spend money on finding out. And which is actually better because he's supposed to be twice the size.
Right.
He's a German Shepherd.
Right.
He's really tiny for a German Shepherd. I mean, he's tiny.
Just looked at him, said dog.
Yep, he's just laying there. But as for this and so that, yeah, I can understand, the situation. And, yeah, thoughts?
I mean, I can understand both sides of the equation because I can understand her feelings about it because she is really attached to her pet, and I have a cat that has tummy issues, and I already took him to the vet one time. So I mean, I know eventually, like, if it gets to that point, I would have to put him down, and that's gonna hurt me because I love my cat a lot.
Mm-hmm.
And that's really gonna suck when that happens. But if it's just,
yeah, but you're also making your own money.
Yeah.
If whatever bills you're paying is, you're making and you're paying.
Right.
So, what if you don't make any money?
Yeah, that would be an issue, another whole other different issue.
If we were married and I was the only one with an income,
mm-hmm.
and all you're doing is spending $800 of my money a year on that cat, you think I'm going to be lovey-dovey towards that cat?
No.
No. Of course not. But I'll tolerate it for you. You know what I mean? It's my significant other.
Right.
Because I've already accepted that before, seriously being in a relationship, figure out all the pluses and all the negatives. That animal would definitely be one of the negatives.
Yeah. I mean, I get that.
It'd be like, okay, is it worth all the hassle and harassment and everything else of that for this animal? And money.
Right. Well, like...
And the guy has to think of that beforehand.
Right. And I get that, and it's like, I would like to try a few other things, with my cat before, I make that decision whether to put it down.
Absolutely.
So.
I would like to hope so. And so that, that would only be the smart thing. It's like for her, and so why can't she also try and be able to look for any alternatives?
Right. I know that you can give dogs Benadryl, and if he has allergies, you should give him Benadryl. I mean, that could work.
Yeah. I mean, there are things that you should be able to do that can reduce the cost of, the treatments or the issues or whatever. I mean, hell, go on some of the, go to Facebook and look up some of the groups for, for animal care, because there are plenty of people and so that never take their animals to the vets. They know all the different little stuff they need to do unless it's an emergency.
Right.
And just be done with it. I mean, just then understand, learn how to be able to do it on the cheap instead of just taking them to the vet and giving them some creams or some pills or whatever.
Right. Or at the very least, like take him to the vet once, get like an allergy test done, see what he's allergic to. Like say if it's something in his food, and all it would take is a dietary change. Yeah. There you go.
Yeah, 100%.
So.
But yeah, I think that it's at the they're going to be ended up in a divorce, and he's going to be really eventually happy about it. What are your thoughts?
They should try to work things out. Like I said, like see exactly what he's allergic to, and then like take that element away from him, and hopefully he would be fine. But I hope it works out well for them with their relationship, whatever way it goes.
Well, that's just it. It doesn't sound like it's going to go well. But all right, like, share, and make any comments you want down below. And then we'll see you in the next one.
Goodbye.